Now, in the 1990s, Ibrahim Akasha built a vast empire on a mega drug syndicate that used Kenya as a transit point. His legacy would pass to his children, along with his name. His two sons are now serving sentences of more than 2 decades in the United States. But they are not the only criminal outfit to have exploited maritime channels to carry out illicit schemes. Tonight, as part of our broader border security series, NTV's senior reporter Ngina Kirori examines the maritime factor in transnational crime.
Ibrahim Akasha and his brother Baktash Akasha are awfully reminiscent of the Arthur brothers who dominated headlines in Kenya in the early 2000s. After the Arthur brothers were deported to Dubai in 2006, after they were declared persona non grata, Kenya barely had a chance to regain its equilibrium before the Akasha brothers entered the scene and had their 20-year drug syndicate splashed across media outlets in 2014 when they were arrested in Kenya. Their father's preceding reign as a drug cartel earned him the title, the Kenyan Pablo Escobar, a name which was then transferred to the pair when they took over their father's drug empire when he died in the 1990s. Just like his sons, Akasha used Kenya's coast to transport vast amounts of drugs internationally.
There is a transnational threat.
In the United States of America, this room at the Homeland Security Investigations Office seems subtle, but it was used to make the call that would capture one of the world's most notorious felons, Hakeem Guzman, also known as El Chapo. The plan was simple yet sophisticated and involved El Chapo's own fixation of using surveillance systems to track his wife, mistress, and associates. Using undercover work and his own IT technician against him, U.S. authorities accessed his conversations and coordinates, which led to his arrest in 2016. Like the Akasha brothers, El Chapo sometimes used maritime channels to transport his multi-ton shipments of drugs. This is among the reasons that the United States has kept a keen eye on its maritime security. The United States Coast Guard is the oldest branch of the country's military, first established in 1790. Back then, it was named the Revenue Marine. In modern day, drug and human traffickers and smugglers have employed techniques around maritime routes in order to execute the sinister plans. U.S. officials say that criminal outfits adjust their technologies and routes whenever authorities block their access and techniques.
Maybe, 7 to 10 years ago, jet skis weren't even a thing here. And now they're employed routinely as a new technique where they can get across the border and head back south very quickly.
We get a rare glimpse into the border area that slices between land and water, offering a glimpse into how this 100-yard border has proven to be both a barrier and a dangerous avenue for those looking to cross into the U.S. territory illegally. During low tides, law enforcement says criminal elements try to surpass it. However, CCTV cameras and agents patrolling U.S. territory 24/7 often throws a spanner in the works of their plans. It is hard to picture this chaos happening through a peek we managed to get through the fence that offers a preview of Mexico.
Drug use is a significant driver of criminality. So in the Southern District of California, we have a group that actually analyzes individuals in jail and then does drug testing and also asks them to self-report on their drug usage. And it's about 80% of those individuals self-report methamphetamine or test positive for methamphetamine. So we have methamphetamine here in our district that's 98% pure, so it's incredibly strong.
To put this into context, NTV was given exclusive access to a Coast Guard pursuit exercise, a simulation showing the speeds required to intercept smugglers at sea. The vessels reached approximately 45 knots, equivalent to around 84 kilometers per hour.
In this past 2 years, 2025 and 2026, there's been a significant decrease in not only arrests along the border, but just even attempts to cross the border illegally. And on the land border and in the maritime environment, we've seen both decreases. Their maritime environment's a little more consistent with what we've seen in years past.
The U.S. Coast Guard is tasked with patrolling more than 8,000 square miles of open water, a mission complicated not only by transnational crime, but also by the elements. Storms and fluctuating water levels can severely hamper operations. More apprehensions have meant that smugglers use even more dangerous terrains deep at sea to access the United States, which creates a difficult vector. This open-source video shows immigrants jumping off a boat and illegally entering the U.S. via California Beach. Kenya has also put up a fight in securing its waters against drug trafficking, territorial tensions, and piracy. In fact, in October 2025, 8.2 billion shillings worth of narcotics were seized in a multi-agency operation along the Kenyan coastline.
It wasn't these exact waters that the Akasha brothers used in their infamous drug syndicate, in which they utilized Indian Ocean waters, but the U.S. is where their plot unraveled. While transnational crime is still at bay, it is quelled for now, as U.S. authorities say that they are utilizing multi-agency approaches in quelling the crime. Ngena Kirori from the state of California in the United States of America, NTV.